Welcome and welcome back, everybody. Tabletop Toki here, and today I have a super exciting unboxing. We have a package from Genius Games, who, if you're not familiar with them, they are responsible for producing and publishing games that have different scientific themes. So they have a lot that are very directly science-based, like periodic, one that's based on the periodic table of elements and cell development and things like that. But I have two of their somewhat newer games that they were kind enough to send and that we're going to be unboxing here today. So let's just get started here and get these open. They literally just got delivered, and I thought, I have like a spare hour before I have anything else that I need to be doing. So why don't we just go ahead and see what's up right now. Happy Friday, by the way, everybody. Okay, so we're just gonna pop these open here and see what we have. Ooh. Okay. All right, so the first game, whoops, I'm gonna actually open this all the way on the side. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put the box off to the side here. Well, we'll flip off the game first. So we have Coral Reef, Ecosystem Coral Reef. I believe this is the second of 3 in the series. And then we also have First in Flight. So very, very exciting. Automatically, both of the covers of these games just look absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. All right, so I think we'll start with Coral Reef since that one seems to be a little bit, it's a little bit of a smaller footprint game, and then we'll move on to First in Flights. So the first ecosystem game, I think it's forest-based, and I believe that there is another third one in the series that is about the savanna. Of the 3, this is the one that I was the most interested in. Y'all probably know, but I love underwater themes or anything snow themed. So this one definitely seemed like it would be right up my alley. Okay, so designed by Matt Simpson, and we have our Genius Games logo. So the back says, deep dive to build your own ecological network and ecosystem Coral Reef, a card drafting game of marine competition. So you're going to pass, choose, and arrange cards representing a diversity of organisms found in the Great Barrier Reef, including coral, clownfish, sea turtles, and sharks. Each earn points by aligning the animals with the habitats and food sources where they most flourish. Diversify your food web to maximize your bonuses. Each time you play, you build a one-of-a-kind ecosystem as you strive to balance the delicate connections between all living things. Beautiful, very exciting. So we have all the different cards here, and you can see here's one player's tableau and another. Another reason why I wanted to do this stream so quickly is because there's a event that I'm going to be going to tomorrow, and I thought this would be a great game to learn and be able to try out multiplayer before I give solo a go. And we'll see if I have time to learn First in Flight before that. It's a little bit chunkier, but so from Genius Games, yeah, this is the first ecosystem game, so it looks like it's based in a forest. And then we have Outnumbered. Ooh, a cooperative tower defense game. That sounds really fun. We have Ion, which is card drafting, Periodic, the game I mentioned before, and Cytosis as well. And then they have puzzles too. So we have our rulebook for Coral Reef here, ecosystem. It looks pretty straightforward, pretty concise. So that one shouldn't be too bad. And the solo game rules are about half a page here. And we have a little excerpt for 2-player game, probably to change up the drafting a little bit and some of the different animals and just some background on them. So it attempts to model the relationships between the species found in the different links of the food web in this plant part of the world. Very cool. I feel like I learned so much more from board games than, or at least I retain more of the knowledge that I get from board gaming than a lot of the things that I learned in school. And it looks like we have our different scoring player boards here. So this game does play up to, oh, how many players does this play up to? Oh, please. Because that is a lot of player aids. For some reason, I thought it was only to 4, but it plays to 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, but it has 8 of these score sheets, or rather, here are the score sheets, 8 of the reminders. So I'm just going to laminate 2 of them, and then I'll set the rest to the side. And then we have our cards. I really like that these cards are very small as well. That way they're not going to take up too much table space, especially given that you're going to be creating a tableau of cards. So hopefully it won't be too large or too unwieldy with this particular size of card. Let's see what we have here. The art is gorgeous, by the way. Let's see, who did the art? So the original design is from Matt Simpson. Steve Schlepphorst did the Coral Reef adaptation for the game. And then we have solo design from Richard Wilkins, and art is Mesa Schumacher. Graphic design from Sarah Lafser? Not sure how to pronounce it. So we have some of our different animals. We have the clownfish, the crabs, eels, sharks. Ooh, that's a really gorgeous picture of a whale. Turtles, octopus. All right, so that's one set. We have a bag here, so I'll probably bag up the cards. And we have our second set of cards. Okay. We have plankton here. Pretty cool. It looks like they're under a microscope, I would assume. We have some, I believe these are shrimp or krill. Krill. We have their coral, of course, for the coral reef. And is this a grouper? Grouper and clownfish. I swear, I never learned what a grouper was in school, but I played so many board games with fish that I feel like I can now identify a lot of different fish species just from that. All right, so very cool. I'm super excited to dive into this one. Like I said, I'm hoping to play it multiplayer this weekend and get to try the solo mode next week. So hopefully I'll be able to put up a solo party video on this one soon if you're interested in seeing more on it. It does have a pretty quick playtime as well, 15 to 20 minutes. So I feel like this will be a really beautiful educational quick one that you can whip out if you want a good drafting game. So there's Ecosystem. We're going to move on now to First in Flight. This one is definitely a little heftier. We have 1 to 4 players, 45 to 75 minutes. And the back reads, Race to the Record Books with First in Flight, a lofty deck building game that puts you in the earliest pilot's seats. Up to 4 players choose from historical aviation pioneers vying to conquer the skies by testing their flyers, improving their designs, and taking risks to defy gravity. Facing aerodynamic hazards and unforeseen design flaws, will you settle for a safe landing or dare to stay the course? Call on luminaries of the industry, use your accumulated skills, and draw from experience to push your luck and your plane's limits. The aeronaut who flies the farthest launches humankind into new heights. So that sounds very unique as far as a theme goes. The main mechanics, as the back of the box said, are push your luck and deck building, which I've played a few deck builders that have a push your luck elements. The Flip City series comes to mind, as well as Mystic Vale. So I'm excited to see how this particular game implements that in deck building. And I love the idea of you're trying to create a plane that will fly the farthest. It really reminds me of being in like elementary school and having those paper airplane contests where everybody makes a design and you try to see who can fly it the furthest, just using like paper and paper clips and things like that. Wonderful. Very exciting. Okay, we're going to toss these. And let's open her up and see what she's got going on inside. And the design is from Ben Rossett, and Matthew O'Malley. Okay, so we have our rule book here to start with. Just a layout of all the different pieces and components. Some setup here. The diagrams look really clean. I love that. Concepts within the game. How the gameplay is going to go. How you pay for different actions. And then we have an example of a flight here. More actions, and then end of the round. Winner, 2-player rules clarifications. We have some biographies, of course, of the different aviators, different people who contributed to aviation. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining. Whoa, there are a lot of different people represented here. That's awesome. I'm extremely excited. This is a topic that I know very little about, I feel. So I'm interested to see, to learn a little bit more about the different people who were invested in early aviation. And we have the solo design from Richard Wilkins. And a quick reference. Oh, I love it when publishers include just the back page with an overview of pretty much everything you would need. That is always excellent. That and or a flow chart, I would say. So 2-player looks like it's very similar, just with an extra dummy player in there for the 3rd player. Very cool. Probably to make it a little more competitive with how far you fly your plane. Because if the other person crashes, I would assume then you just kind of run away with it. Okay, so there's that. We have a couple more games. Genotype, which I've heard is really, really good. Hey, look, it's Coral Reef. And Subatomic is one that wasn't on our previous sheet. I'll just set that aside over here. We have some coins, so we'll just punch those out really quickly. This is really good punch board. I always get nervous with punch board that isn't super high quality because the little tabs always stick out, and then I'm worried that it's gonna like rip the components. But these are coming out quite nicely. Ooh, and we have some stickers. So I know this might be a hot take, but I prefer sticking my own stickers on. Even though it is a little nerve-wracking, I would rather have the precision that I know that I'm capable of versus just having like a machine slap it on in a factory. All right, and then we have our different player boards. Oh, even the backs are really cute. And these are very, they kind of, they feel like they're linen, but they're very thick. So that's super nice. Great quality. Oh, and we have a whole little sheet for our solo mode with an action table. I was wondering where that was going to be. Excellent. And this looks very straightforward as far as solo goes. And I love that there's just a very clear lineup of what the actions will be for the solo. I'm assuming there's going to be an AI. Excellent. Yeah, on Richard and Carl's turns. This one is not worker placement. It's actually deck building and push your luck are the two main mechanics. Okay, and then we have our board here. Whoa, that looks really gorgeous, especially on camera. Ooh, so that's the 4-player board. And then this is the 1 to 3-player board. It looks like even solo, you're going to have 2 opponents that you'll be managing. Carl and, what did it say? Carl and Richard. But even with that, it looks like it's just going to be pretty straightforward for what they're doing. So there's the board. And then we have all of our wonderful cards here and what have you, as well as our player tokens. So it looks like each player will have a pilot and their plane. Nice little screen printing on there. Pretty minimal. And we have our stop, our clock. I'm guessing is probably like the round tracker or something of that nature. So we'll set those in there. Let's go ahead and baggy up the coins. Curious as well if anybody has gotten to play either of these games and what your thoughts on them were. What was your experience like? I did get to see Coral Reef played at a convention, I think last year or 2 years ago, and it looked pretty fun. Everybody that was there at the table said that they really liked it, so excited to be able to finally try it for myself. All right. Okay, let's take a look at our different cards here. So we have, this looks like it's not going to be part of the deck building since the cards are a little bit smaller, which I appreciate that they're different sizes so that you don't get them mixed up. It also just makes sorting them easier and managing them. So we have some of the different parties involved here. These are the ones that have all the biographies. And then we have some special actions, it looks like, that you can utilize, and technologies, pilots and technologies. So we have daredevils, and then we have a few other things as well. And then some upgrades, it looks like, to your plane that you can have. Okay, so those are those smaller cards. Let's take a look at these. These might be, okay, so these are some of the pilots, it looks like, I'm guessing. Maybe not. And some other cards. Ooh, problem cards in your garage. All right, good to know. You have to return them before flying. And then we have our descent cards here. A coin in the side of the box next to the insert. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, great eyes. Thanks, Andy. Let's go ahead and pop that in there. These almost look like those chocolate coins. Oof. All right. Let's take a look at our other cards here. I really do appreciate that the iconography looks very straightforward, and I love the filigree that they've used around the cards. It looks very Art Nouveau inspired, which is one of my favorite aesthetics personally. So I do appreciate all of the design and filigree that they have going on over here. Okay, so we have some more cards that you can get. These are some of the problem cards, it looks like, indicated with red. And this icon as well for colorblind friendliness. Love that. It looks like there are ways that you can repair them using different tools or things like that. So I'm sure that's part of what the push your luck is going to be, is drawing more cards. You might encounter more problems, but you also might get more cards for flight or repairs or what have you. I haven't played it, but based on what I'm seeing, that would be my speculation at least. Okay, and then we have 2 more bundles of cards here. So let's take a look at what we have here. So these just look like flight cards, perhaps. Some basic ones. Oh, even the backs of the cards are just gorgeous. Love that. And we have some other flight cards here as well. Okay. So a couple more of the basic flight cards, some upgraded flight cards. 3s and some 4s as well, and even 5s. And then some more of these pilots that we first saw. So I'm going to probably see if I can put those together. Actually, this compartment, they're all about the same depth. So I wonder if I can put all the ones together or if they'll stick up too much. That actually works. And then we'll put our pilots here. Put these here. And, or maybe we'll put these here instead. That seems pretty good. Great. And then for these, let's see, where do these end up going on? It looks like There are 3A near the game board. Oh, so it looks like these are the different types. So is this for perhaps marking spaces next to the game board, I think? Oh, and it looks like we have some room for expansions down here. Hello. There's another little insert. That's nifty. Oh yeah, it would seem that the sticker sheet is for if you wanted to make a little mat for layout of the cards that you're going to be purchasing and what have you. So I'm just going to stick those down here for now. And we'll see if that feels necessary later on, I suppose. But it doesn't look that bad because we have our upgrade cards, our flaw cards, glides, experience, and basic cards. And then we have the flaw discard. So it doesn't seem, oh, wait a minute. That's this. Hold up. That's really cool. Oh, it's happening. I was wondering why it had these little tabs on it, but now it is all becoming very, very clear. Do we do that for, yeah, this one. So let's see, let's make sure we have this oriented properly. And then we have the sticker sheet, there it is. Okay, so on the top left, we're going to have our upgrade cards. And then we have our discards, our flaws. The only thing I'm seeing is that I think we might have to switch them because based on the orientation of the tabs, it might be a little different. I don't think that the spots necessarily matter though, so I think we'll be okay. So we can do upgrades, experience cards, our flaw cards, and then we'll have, oh, I guess we can set it up this way. So let's put, they'll just face the inside. And then do these stickers go on the bottom, I wonder? Let's see if there's like a recommended setup before I just go willy-nilly trying to stick them where I think they might go. Especially with stickers, that seems less than ideal because they can be a little bit difficult to pull back up. All right, I don't see that, so we're just going to go ahead and go off of the setup here. So let's see, it does seem like we would put the these where they go. Oh, it shows it down here. Whoa, geez. Okay, so upgrades are going to go up here. Go ahead and do that. Oh, nervous. I think this is good. That looks pretty centered. The first one won't be as bad, but then the other ones have to align with that. So that should be interesting. Then we have our upgrades. Here it shows it a little bit differently though. And then it has the experience. I think I'll follow what's on the sticker sheet versus what's in the rules. Again, I don't think it matters a whole lot, but we'll do it this way. Okay, so we have upgrades, we have experience, and then we have our flaws, and our basic cards, and then we have glide. Oh, this is different from what's over here. Well, they do both have glide here, so we'll do that. I think I'm going to have everything facing inside because that's how the these face out, so we'll have these facing in. I don't know if that's the recommended setup, but that's what we're going with. And then we can put the matching ones on the outside as well, I suppose. Okay. Oh, I'm not sure how close to the edge we want to get. Maybe we'll leave like a slight margin. Oh, it's great. Okay. We applied cards. We have our upgrades. And I thought the dual layered stickered player boards in Kutnahora were fun. Jeez. All right. For those of you who weren't there, Kutnahora has double layered player boards, and they had the boards were flat. You would actually fold them over, and then you had little sticky tabs that you would use with them. It was pretty wild. Let's get our appearance sticker down here. Okay, and then let's see, what else do we need? We need our basic, our flaw, and our glide cards. So it looks like they're, with the stickers here, there isn't the discard. There is one here though, so I'm not sure. It just shows these two for the design flaws and then the basic cards. So again, I think I'm just going to follow that since that seems to match the stickers the most closely. I do love that. Oh, because that's what these are for down here. Y'all. So the game is just pretty much set up when you put it away. That's pretty sick. And a lot of people advocate for buying extra organizers just to have everything set up. But this one already comes with organizers that hold the game and have it set up. So that's pretty awesome if you ask me. We have our basic cards. Let's slap this on here. Okay, and then we have our flaw cards. Put this here. And it looks like we have another spot for our glide cards here just because there are so many, but I'm going to wait on that one because I feel like that might not be necessary, question mark. So these are the basic cards, it looks like. I'll have to double check once we get our organizers set up. Okay, and then down here, it looks like we can make tabs for friends, text, skills, pilot and descend cards, friends, text, and skills, maybe? Maybe I'll start organizing these actually so that we can figure out what's going on. This also could be for the starting player decks. You know what? Let me actually just look this up. Make sure I'm not putting a bunch of stuff where it doesn't belong. Let's see. Ooh, also, let me know if the music is working or on or too loud. It looks like it was turned off. My bad. Let's see. First in Flight Organizer. Let's see if anybody said anything on Board Game Geek about that. Forums. The organizer? Nothing. Sticker? Sticker layout. Here we go. Okay. No music? I just turned it on. I can turn it up a little bit. I'll turn it up a little bit more. Let me know if it's working. Thanks, Andy. Let's see. So let's see. We do have a whole forum post here on Board Game Geek for what people did with their stickers. There's stickers to label the card bays. The rulebook shows a little bit of a different layout. So there's the storage as intended. So we do have these three here. And this is from the designer, so that seems pretty reputable. Okay, cool. So this is for these components. Okay, yeah, I just wanted a little bit of background music. And then we'll put the year tracker there. These ones, it looks like we have the pilot and descend cards. We'll place those here. And then we have our skill cards that will go here. And our tech cards. And our friend cards. Okay. So we can get those out. Here are the friend cards. Here are the skill cards. And here are the tech cards. So those are all put there. This back in here. It also says we have our pilot and descend cards. Oh, these ones. So these look like the correct symbols, I would imagine. This is for the third player for the 2-player game. And this says descend. These also all say descend. So I am supposing that these go here. Okay. Let's put this back in. Coins go up here. So for now, I'll leave them in the baggie. And we will see if they, whatchamacallit, need to be baggied, or if they're gonna move around in there. Okay, and then let's look at the top tray now. So it looks like they have these 3, and then they have the glide cards, and basic cards. That's what's gonna go over here. So the design flaws are not these basic 1 cards. Those are those. The design flaws are going to go here. The experience cards 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm sure are all going to go here. Then nope, just kidding. The basic brown ones go here. Then we have yellow through blue that go into the upgrade slot. And then we have all of our different flight cards that are going to be placed. Oops, I forgot these 2 blues. Hey Mike, thanks for joining. We're just getting everything for First in Flight set up here. Actually, these 2 are potentially something a little different. They have the deck backs, whereas these do not. So, they go here with the upgrades. There we go. Okay, so we have our basic cards, upgrades. We're gonna put those there. And then we have all of our glide cards, which there are quite a few of them. So that's why we have that second tab. Let me just go ahead and apply those. All right. And one more here. I'm starting to wonder if I should have flipped them to face the outside. It's too late now. We've already committed. To be fair, we're not going to really ever see the stickers anyway. So I think it's okay. All right. So we have those. Split these in half like such. Slot those in. Okay, awesome. So we now have our 2 trays all set up with all of our cards. Place these, I think, like so. Awesome. All All right, and then we can go ahead. There is a sticker for the flaw discard, but I think they did away with a spot for that, which I think is fine. You'd honestly put it in here and just have all the discarded cards go there, but I'll wait to see what it's like when we play it. So I'll just put that underneath in case we need it later. Set our bottom tray, set our top tray. Have our board. Okay, player boards. Ooh, and what are the player colors? Orange, white, purple, and this really nice blue. Love that. Okay, solo mode, a rule book, and there we go. So, like I said, I'm really excited to try these two games. Hopefully, I'll have a full solo party video for Coral Reef, Ecosystem Coral Reef pretty soon here. And then for First in Flight, I'm going to play it, see how it goes multiplayer, give the solo a go to see how that goes as well. And we'll either probably do, if not a full solo party video, since it is 45 to 75 minutes, we might do a stream instead, and then I'll do like a little wrap up video with some of my thoughts on it in general as compared to other games with deck building, push your luck, and anything like that. So thanks everybody for joining. If you were here live or watching in the future, let me know, like I said, in the comments if you have played either of these games before, or if there are any other games you recommend from Genius Games or that have really unique themes based around science. I always love learning new things, especially through the process of being part of the board game hobby. But that's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for joining me for this quick unboxing, and I will see you next time. Bye. Bye. Where's the button? Bye.